Hello friends, welcome to this video. In this video, I am going to talk about the cell suspension technique. So cell suspension is one of the in vitro technique, or it is a plant tissue culture related technique. So first, before moving on to the actual demonstration, let me explain you what is cell suspension culture, why do we need it, and what and all are the instruments required for it. So this will be the introductory part of cell suspension technique. So now, what is cell suspension? The name itself says cell. So once we get a callus is nothing but it is a group of a mass of compact cells. Totipotent cells are called as callus. We all know that. So they are nothing but it's a group of cells. Now what we are going to do is we are going to break that callus and we are going to disperse them into a solution. Since we are going to place them, we are going to suspend them in the solution. This technique is called as cell suspension technique or cell suspension culture. Now why do we require this? So for example, let me show you a callus. If you see this callus, the surface area is very less. So we want it to get multiplied. So I want this callus to get multiplied to give various treatments for either it can be for elicitor treatment. For example, if it is producing some metabolite, if you take the Vinca rosea, it produces an alkaloid called as vinblastine that is used for cancer treatment. It is an anti-cancer. Similarly, if you take any medicinal plant like ashwagandha, so many Withania somnifera, all those things, it is having a principal metabolite. Now I want to elicit that particular principal metabolite. So I need a huge mass of cells I need. And to that I will give various treatments. So whenever we are giving certain treatments, we need to give them in the form of cell suspension technique. So what happens, each and every cell when we are moving, so we will be taking a liquid media for it, and we will be using conical flasks. So 250 ml conical flask I have taken and 50 ml of liquid basal media, MS media, with same hormonal combination. So in whichever hormone I have got this callus, same hormonal condition and hormone treatment I will be given to this. The only difference between this and this is a solid media or semi-solid media, while this is a liquid media. So that is one of the difference. So when I keep it in liquid media, we take just 1 gram of mass we take and we chop it finely, and I will show you the process, and we will suspend in this liquid media and we keep it in a shaker. So we keep it around 80 to 100 rpm and we leave it for 2 weeks or 3 weeks until the mass develops. And next we will select a particular cell line for it for further treatments, or directly you can give treatments over here. For example, few elicitors I will say like methyl jasmonate, salicylic acid, silver nitrate, all those things help in calcium signaling, and that will give a certain type of stress for the plant system, and as a result what happens, so many biosynthetic pathways will be activated and my compound will be elicited. So this is the end product. So for my compound to get elicited, let me take one example as Vinca rosea itself. Vinca rosea roots produces vinblastine and all those are anti-cancerous compound. So I want it to produce a very high amount. So for example, let me consider this as an Vinca rosea callus. So I take a part of this callus and I will suspend it in this liquid medium, and I will leave it for few days to establish in this medium. Once it gets acclimatized, I give various treatment. Let it be heavy metal treatment, nanoparticle treatment, elicitors. It can be chemical elicitors or biotic elicitors like algal extract, fungal extract, bacterial extract, so yeast extract. So many types of elicitors are there. So whatever treatment we are giving, we will give them in the cell suspension technique for 2 days or 3 days depending upon our research work, and then we take the mass, we take what our cells are, then we will detect whether the compound has increased or decreased, whether the elicitors, let it be chemical elicitors or biotic elicitors, has impacted in a positive way or a negative way, whether we get positive result or the negative result. So this is the entire idea or the principle behind cell suspension technique. And also one more technique, one more difference why we are not giving any treatment over here in the liquid the solid media is, if you see this callus, only the lower portion is attached to the media, while the other callus, other cells are not in direct contact with the media. While in this case what happens, when I put a part of my callus into it, all the 360 degree will be in contact with my liquid media. So that is advantageous. All the cells will be in direct contact with my liquid media, while in case of solid media or semi-solid media, you will keep the explant. So I have shown you how to keep explant and all those things in another video. I will give the link in the description. So for those who didn't watch, please go and watch how to induce and callus. I have shown a very detailed video how to induce and callus from leaf as an explant. So when I keep that leaf, only a portion, only the lower portion of it is in contact with media. So whatever I am giving treatment, I am not sure whether all the cells are having the same treatment, whether they are also getting affected. So when I transfer them into a liquid media, what happens? And this will be kept in a shaker. So it will be always shaking, 24/7 it will be shaking. When when this is happening, when this shaking process is happening, all the cells, if not at least 100%, at least 90% of the cells will be in contact with my liquid medium, and it will take the treatment and it will produce the compound. So that is more advantageous. And also it is having a broad surface area. When you compare the surface area of this tube and this conical flask is having more surface area, so cells can divide rapidly and I will get more mass of cell. That is the principle of cell suspension culture. Cell suspension culture is used for cell line selection, to give various treatment and to elicit the metabolite for various other studies, for embryological studies, for histological studies, all those things are also used. So I am concentrating only on this. Now let me say you what and all are the requirements for this cell suspension culture. First and foremost requirement is your conical flask with the media in the same hormonal combination. For example, this is picloram, and same hormone I should have also had it in the same concentration as this media. So, and it's a liquid media. So I have taken conical flask, 250 ml conical flask. We had 50 ml of media. So into 50 ml conical flask, I take 50 ml of liquid media with the same hormonal combination, and it has to be sterilized. We have to autoclave it and sterilize it. This is one condition, one requirement. Another requirement is this. This is called as homogenizer. This also comes in, it is an autoclavable borosilicate homogenizer it is. So what do we do here is, we take a portion of a callus into it and we will add bit of liquid media, I will demonstrate you, and we will grind it. So since I can't explain all this in lab, I'm just explaining you now. When I'm sitting in lab and I'm demonstrating you, I'll not be talking much. So here what I'll do is, I will just add a bit of callus down and I pour this sterilized liquid media, 5 ml I will pour it, 3 to 5 ml, and using this rod I will insert slight pressure and I will grind them. So we will take just 1 gram of callus and I can chop that callus. If the callus is hard and compact, I will chop them. So for example, I'll show you both the callus. This callus over here is very hard and compact. So what I will do is, I will take 1 gram and I will chop it fine pieces, then I will transfer and then I will grind them like this. So this makes that cells are split. While on the other hand, this is a compact callus. We call it as a friable soft compact callus. You don't have to chop them. You just take 1 gram and you just squeeze like this. The cells will get split. Don't apply more pressure. Just make sure that the callus is broken down into many thousands of cells. Now what I'm going to do is, after this, whatever is there, I'm going to pour it into this media. So I'll just add little more media, nicely mix it, and I'm going to pour it back. So in this case, if there are some cells or anything that is left back over here, you can use the spatula. There's a long spatula with small tip like this. So you can use this spatula to take all the cells that is left over here and you can add it to the cell suspension. So all these things has to be sterilized. This is also autoclavable and this is also autoclavable. So nicely wash it with soap water and dry it first, then surround it with aluminium foil or newspaper and sterilize all these things. You need Petri plate, you need, this is called as a homogenizer, you need homogenizer, and you need media with conical flask, and also you need weighing balance. So there is one weighing balance wireless which is digital, operated by battery. So you can surface sterilize them using an alcohol, 70% alcohol. You can't autoclave this, so you take 70% alcohol or spirit and you can nicely swab it all 4 sides, rub with 70% alcohol, surface sterilize them, and place all this in lab cabinet and switch on the UV for 10 to 15 minutes. First clean the lab also with 70% alcohol or spirit, and also all these things place it in the cabinet, lab cabinet, and switch on the UV and leave it for 10 to 15 minutes. So then after you switch off the UV, first switch on the flame, make sure the flame is on. Then what you will do is, I will just open all this in front of the flame. I will just take a portion of it, I will weigh using 1 gram. Using this balance, I will take 1 gram. So over practice, you will come to know how much is 1 gram, how much is 0.5 gram. So first time when you're doing it, you need a balance. With repeated experience, what happens, you will come to know how much makes 1 gram. So you don't have to weigh every time then. Then you will take 1 gram. If it is a friable callus, just directly add into it. This should be autoclaved and sterilized. If it is not a friable callus, then you need Petri plates, autoclaved, sterilized Petri plates. You will chop it into many small pieces. Then you will add into this. From this, you will just take 5 ml, pour it into this, and using this pestle-like thing, you are going to grind it. It is called homogenizer. So you don't apply too much pressure. If it is a hard callus, then you can apply. If it is a soft callus, don't apply too much of pressure. So just grind it. Make sure the callus gets broken into thousands of bits, and then transfer this media into this along with the callus. Transfer into this. So if there are some remainings that is on the side, that is attached on the side walls, again use the same media, rinse it properly, and add it to the same conical flask. After this, you're going to keep it in the shaker. So we have a shaker over here. There are different types of shaker. So maintain that the speed should not be more than 100 rpm. So for bacterial cultures, we usually keep 150. For the plant cultures, for the cell suspension cultures and all, 80 to 100 is most desirable. It should not reach above 100. So I will just show you this. I have shown you in the other videos. So that is the shaker. So in one video I have explained you what and all is the tissue culture laboratory setup. What and all instruments are there in a tissue culture laboratory. That link also I will give it to you in the description. I have discussed about all the growth room, the shaker, everything I have discussed in detail. Do watch that. So I will keep this in shaker and leave it for 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So initially we are adding 1 gram. So after 3 weeks or 4 weeks, if you see, the mass would have been doubled. So it might have become 3 grams, 5 grams, 10 grams. So depending on the nature of the cell, it would have doubled. So then in between you can give the treatments. You can give any type of elicitor treatment and then you can continue your experiment. So this is all the procedure about. So let me just go and demonstrate to you. So now I will demonstrate you the cell suspension technique. So first surface sterilize your hands and all the instruments kept over here and the lab chamber. So this is the petri plate that I have autoclaved and sterilized it. Over the weighing balance I kept one petri plate. I am going to take one callus. Sterile blade I am going to cut. So this is almost 1 gram. I am using this and I am chopping into fine pieces. Now this I am going to transfer into the homogenizer. Now the callus is transferred, I am going to add the liquid media. can use this small spatula to mix it. So now this is ready to go to the shaker. So that is all, friends, about the cell suspension technique. So if you see now, we can find the entire callus is broken down into small pieces. It is like individual cells now. And if I just keep it like this, what will happen? Only the lower surface will get in contact with the media. So to facilitate and for the aeration purpose, we keep it in an orbital shaker. So that when it is continuously shaking like this, all the sides of the cells or all the sides of the callus comes in contact with the media and the cells can propagate. So this is all about the cell suspension technique. So you can find here, here where all the callus is broken down into smaller bits and particles. So it is like individual cells now. So all this comes into contact with the media and each and every bit or each and every particle will grow now, then will propagate and the mass will increase. Now I have just taken 1 gram. So I am going to leave it for 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and then when I harvest the cells and when I measure it, it will be around 3 grams or 5 grams depending upon the growth and nature of my callus cells. So this is all about the cell suspension technique. Now I am going to place it in the shaker and I am going to set the RPM for 100 RPM. It should be maximum should be 180 to 100 or it can reach up to 120. So it should not go more than that. So this is the orbital shaker where I have placed my conical flasks over here. So I kept all the conical flasks in the shaker and I have set the RPM to 100 RPM and I am going to turn it on now. So 80 to 100 is fine. So you can find here, now all the cells will come in contact with the media. So that is the purpose of keeping it in the orbital shaker. So this is all about the cell suspension culture technique over here. If you like this video, do give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more interesting and biology related videos. Thank you.